Welcome you all to the course on VLSI design. This video lecture is about DC voltage transfer characteristics, which is continuation of the previous video lectures. In the previous video we have discussed how a CMOS inverter is working for different range of input. So if I starts from 0 till the VDD, what about your output voltages? Okay. So in this video lectures we are going to derive the corresponding mathematical expression for each region. Okay, let me recap the regions for different operating regions of MOS transistor for different regions of CMOS inverter. In region A, your NMOS will be in the cutoff, PMOS will be in the linear. In the region B, NMOS will be in the saturation, PMOS will be in the linear. In region C, both NMOS and PMOS will be in the saturation. In region D, NMOS will be in linear, PMOS will be in saturation. In region E, NMOS will be in the linear and PMOS will be in the cutoff region. Okay, now we are going to discuss the mathematical expressions for each region, that is region A to region E. And before entering into the mathematical expressions derivations, let me take some points from the previous video lectures. There I have assumed or I have taken VGSN is equal to V in, VDSN is equal to V out, and VGSP is equal to V in minus VDD, VDSP is equal to V out minus VDD. And we all know the magnitude of NMOS current and PMOS current will be equal. Okay, only the polarity may change. So simply I can write IDSN is equal to magnitude of IDSP. Okay, and first we should write the current equations of NMOS as well as the PMOS. So let me take IDSN for IDSN expression for different operating regions of transistors. The first one is cutoff region. For cutoff region, your IDSN is equal to 0. For linear region, your IDSN is equal to beta into VGS minus VT into VDS minus VDS square by 2. And for saturation, it is beta by 2 VGS minus VT the whole square. The suffix n represents NMOS. If I am putting P, that represents PMOS. Now you can substitute this VGSN as V in and this VDSN as V out. Okay, then I'll rewrite these expressions. So your IDSN for IDS for NMOS current is written as 0 for cutoff. Now it is a rewritten expression. So it is nothing but beta n. Beta n represents gain of NMOS transistor into V in minus VTN into V out minus V out square by 2. And similarly for the saturation, it is IDSN is equal to beta n by 2 V in minus VTN the whole square. Okay. Similarly, I can able to write the expressions for PMOS. So IDSP is equal to 0 for cutoff. IDSP is equal to minus beta P into, instead of VGSP, I can substitute V in minus VDD. And similarly, instead of VDSP, I can write V out minus VDD. So based on these two expressions, I can rewrite my IDSP for all the three regions, that is cutoff, linear and saturations. Okay, this is the current equation for PMOS transistors. After writing the current equations of NMOS and PMOS, we can enter into the region A of CMOS inverter. Okay, in region A, we all know, already we have discussed, NMOS will be in the cutoff region, PMOS will be in the linear region. Since NMOS is cut off, so your output terminal will not be connected to the ground. Since PMOS is in the linear region, it will be in the proper operating region. So your output terminal will be connected to the power supply. So your output is VDD. Okay, so I can write V out is equal to VDD for the region A. And next we'll move on to the region B. Okay, in region B, so the PMOS operating in the linear region, NMOS is operating in the saturation regions. Since the output voltage of region B will be somewhat lesser than the output voltage of region A, further we have to derive the expression. Okay, Since PMOS operating in the linear region, so let us consider PMOS drain source, IDS for the linear region expressions. Okay, so your IDSP for linear is minus beta P into Vin minus VDD minus VTP into Vout minus VDD minus Vout minus VDD the whole square by 2. This I have taken from the previous slide. Okay, already I gave the expressions for linear saturation as well as the cutoff. Okay, for my mathematical simplifications I am going to assume x is equal to Vin minus VTP. So it is only assumptions. So if you want, you can use some other variables. Okay, so here I have assumed x is equal to Vin minus VTP. Okay, so this Vin and this VTP is combinedly written as x. Okay, so the IDSP is rewritten as minus beta P into x minus VDD into Vout minus VDD minus Vout minus VDD the whole square by 2. Now you can multiply 1 by 1, as well as you can expand this in the form of a minus b the whole square, as well as you can take the LCM. Okay, so x into Vout will become x Vout, then if you take LCM it will become 2x Vout minus 2x VDD minus 2 VDD Vout plus 2 VDD square minus of Vout square plus VDD square minus 2 Vout VDD. Then there will be 2 will be common, that I have taken out. Okay, now here minus 2 VDD Vout and plus 2 VDD Vout gets cancelled. So your IDSP can be written as minus beta by 2 into 2x Vout minus 2x VDD plus Vout square minus VDD square. Now it looks like a square minus 2ab, b square is missing, so I am going to add and subtract x square. Okay, now x square VDD x square and Vout square and 2x Vout. Okay, so x square Vout square and 2x Vout is combinedly written as Vout minus x the whole square. No, sorry, this x square. Okay, so minus x square plus Vout square and plus 2x Vout, okay, is written as Vout minus x the whole square. And similarly this 2x VDD and minus VDD square and this plus x square is written as VDD minus x the whole square. Okay, further I cannot simplify, so I stop with this. Okay, so this is the current equation of PMOS in the linear region for region B. Now NMOS is operating in the saturation region for the same region B. So the saturation current equation of NMOS is IDSN is equal to beta n by 2 into Vn minus Vtn whole square. So generally I will say the procedure. The first step is we have to deduce IDSP and we have to deduce IDSN. After getting the expressions of both, we should equate both the currents. That is step number 3, which means that the magnitude of IDSN and the magnitude of IDSP will be same. Okay, even if there is a negative, it will become positive if I take the magnitude. Okay, so this is IDSN expression which we derived in the previous slide, and this is the IDSP expressions. Okay, our objective of this derivation is we are going to derive the Vout value in terms of Vin. Okay, now we can group Vout separately, and the terms which are not Vout, that you can group separately. Then you can keep Vout at the left side and other terms at the right side. Then finally I am obtaining Vout is equal to plus or minus square root of VDD minus Vin plus VTP the whole square minus beta n divided by beta p into Vn minus Vtn the whole square. Okay, this is the expression for your CMOS inverter output voltage for the region B. Next, region C. So in the region C, both the NMOS and PMOS are operating under the saturation mode. Okay, Now you can take the current equation of NMOS and PMOS of saturation. So IDSN is equal to beta n by 2 into V in minus VTN the whole square. IDSP is equal to minus beta p by 2 into V in minus VDD minus VTP the whole square. Okay, this is step number 1 and step number 3. Sorry, step number 2. So the next is step number 3. So step number 3 is nothing but we have to equate the current equation of both MOS transistors. Okay, after equating both, so I am getting this expressions. Here in region C, the curve is sharply decreasing from high to low. When the curve is sudden falling, we couldn't able to express any equations for that. Okay, so here I am going to make some assumptions to get at which value there is a sharp transition. Okay, to do that I am assuming the gain of NMOS and the gain of PMOS are equal, and the threshold of NMOS and threshold of PMOS are magnitude wise it is equal. Okay, that is beta n is equal to beta p and VTN is equal to minus VTP. So these values are substituted in the above expressions so that beta n and beta p may get cancels, 2 and 2 may get cancels. So finally I can write V in minus VTN the whole square is equal to V in minus VDD. This minus VTP can be expressed as plus VTN whole square. Okay, for my ease of convenience or for ease of calculations, I rewritten V in minus VTN whole square as VTN minus Vn whole square, because a minus b whole square is equivalent to b minus a the whole square. Nothing wrong in that. Now I can take the square root on both the sides. So your equation will become Vn VTN minus Vn is equal to Vn minus VDD plus VTN. Now you can cancel the VTN on both the sides. Finally I am getting 2 Vin is equal to VDD, which means that Vin is equal to VDD by 2. Okay, so what does the expression says? It says your region C occurs at the mid of your voltage. Okay, so your input voltage is VDD by 2. Only at this point your curve is started to transition from high voltage to low voltage. There is a sharp transition occurs at VDD by 2. And the next is region D. So region D is your PMOS operating at saturation and NMOS operating in the linear. Okay, now once again I will say the procedure, just follow it similarly like B region. Okay, now take the PMOS saturation current and take the NMOS linear current equations and equate their magnitude and deduce V out expressions. Okay, so you have to write V out in terms of V in. Okay, now you can derive this expression by your own, similar like your region B. So V out is equal, finally I am getting V out is equal to V in minus VTN plus or minus square root of V in minus VTN the whole square minus beta p by beta n into V in minus VTP minus VDD the whole square. This is a corresponding expression for region D of your CMOS inverter. Finally the region E. In region E your PMOS is completely cut off and NMOS will be in the linear region. So now your output is connected to the ground terminal, so your V out is equal to 0. V out is equal to 0. Okay, these are the 5 regions of your CMOS inverter. Now this is the summary about your CMOS inverter for different regions. So there are 5 regions. So your region A operates between 0 to VTN, your B operates between VTN to VDD by 2, and at C already we derived Vn is nothing but VDD by 2. At D your input voltage should be between VDD by 2 to till VDD minus VTP. Okay, your region E operates greater than VDD minus VTP. Okay, then I mentioned the corresponding operating regions of NMOS and PMOS transistors. Then already what is the output expression which we derived already. Okay, So you can see the region A and region B. So the output is falling from high to low. Okay, at region C, so we cannot able to derive the expression because the curve is decreased suddenly. There is a sharp transition. Okay, then if you consider region B, your output voltage is lesser than the it is greater than the half of the power supply. Then if you consider region D, your output voltage is lesser than the VDD by 2. Okay, so this is what about your DC transfer characteristics of your CMOS inverter. Okay, we derived the input voltage versus output voltage relationship, and we should consider some more points regarding your DC transfer characteristics, that is your beta n by beta p or beta p by beta n. It plays a very important role. Okay, so in the region C alone, I assume beta p is equal to beta n, but in the reality, so we cannot expect that the gain of NMOS will be equivalent to the gain of PMOS, because the mobility of electron and mobility of holes will not be same. Okay, so if beta p by beta n is not equal to 1, such type of inverters are called as skewed inverters or skewed gate. Okay, only if the ratio of beta p by beta n is equal to 1. What it means, if it is equal to 1, it means that beta p is equal to beta n. Okay, if beta p is equal to beta n, it represents as unskewed logic gates or unskewed inverters. Okay, if they are not equal to 1, then it is called as skewed. Okay, so when the beta p by beta n is greater than 1, so your DC transfer curve characteristics will shift towards right side. Okay, from the original position. Then if beta p by beta n ratio, if it is lesser than 1, your curve will shift towards the left side from the original position. Okay, so this is the effect of beta p by beta n. Then finally, noise margin. This also we should look into it while discussing about DC transfer characteristics. What is noise margin? Okay, the maximum amount of noise are allowed in the input voltage, which will not disturb your output. Okay, so let me say once again. So maximum allowable noise input voltage which will not affect your output is called as noise margin. Okay, so this is the input characteristics and this is the output characteristics. They define the maximum value of input and output. So there are two types of noise margin, high noise margin and low noise margin. That is noise margin high and noise margin low. That is NM suffix H. The other one is NM suffix L. Okay, so the noise margin I is expressed as VOH. Okay, output high voltage minus input high voltage. NMH is equal to VOH minus VIH. Okay, so in the case of noise margin low, it is nothing but difference between VIL minus VOL. VIL represents input low voltage and VOL is something but output low voltage. Okay, so once again I am telling you, so your noise margin is always high. The noise margin should be always high, which means that the expected output in the industry, they are trying to reduce this indeterminate region. Okay, so how far we are reducing this indeterminate region will give the better output for the circuits. Yeah, that's all about this video. So just I will give the fast recap of this video or this video lectures. So we started with operating regions of your NMOS and PMOS for all different regions of CMOS inverters. Region A, your Vout is equal to VDD. Region B, we derived some mathematical expressions. In region C, your Vout is sharply decreasing, so we cannot able to derive the expression for Vout in region C. So I derived at which point it's happening. So that is nothing but V in is equal to VDD by 2. Okay, and then region D, finally region E, and we discussed about beta ratio effects, that is skewed and unskewed logic gates and the inverter. Finally, noise margin. If you have any queries regarding this video, you can mail to me at arunkumar@savita.ac.in. Thank you.